1st, 2025, all across the state of South Carolina. What this new law entails, it is now unlawful to hold or support a cell phone or portable electronic device with any part of your body while operating a motor vehicle on the roadways here in South Carolina. That also includes sending, composing, or reading any text messages, emails, reading any information on a website, or interacting with any apps on your cell phone or portable electronic device. You may also not watch any type of motion on your devices either. That includes video chats, video games, movies, things of that nature. This new hands-free law not only applies just to vehicles in motion, but vehicles stopped at stop signs, red lights, and other traffic control devices. So if you're driving your car and you feel the need to log into your home security system to check on your pet goldfish bubbles, please pull off the side of the roadway and do so safely. A fine for the first offense is $100. Fine for the second offense is $200 and 2 points on your driving record. This new distracted driving law went into effect to keep all the motorists in the beautiful city of Myrtle Beach safe and all the citizens driving vehicles all across the roadways in the state of South Carolina. Thanks again, Myrtle Beach. We'll see you next time. Hey, Myrtle Beach.
My favorite part was about Bubbles, the pet goldfish. Bubbles.
Yeah, if you want to stop and check in on your pet goldfish Bubbles.
Yeah, pull over.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, actually. It's 7 o'clock on Tuesday, September 2nd, and we do these lives every week so that you can ask questions about living in South Carolina. Specifically on this channel, we talk a lot about Summerville in Charleston, of course. Of course, that video was just from Myrtle Beach, but we've got a brand new law in effect here in South Carolina. So we figured we'd play that straight from the source, straight from the law, so we could hear what it's all about. Went into effect yesterday. We've got John from our team on. What's up, John? How you doing?
What's going on?
And of course,
John with the way cooler background than I have at my house.
Right? He's got the lighting going on and everything, doesn't he?
I keep adding things to it. I think it's become an obsession. I might need help, like therapy.
We can have an intervention.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about that rule. I see way too many people all over the country texting and driving all the time.
Yeah.
I told Mark, remember when your daughter got her license? And I said, if I ever see you texting and driving, I will pull you over, I will yank the keys out of the car, and I will leave you on the side of the road, and your dad will be absolutely okay with it.
And she was like, yes, sir.
I'm surprised that the new law, so this law went in all over South Carolina yesterday.
Yep.
I'm good, and I'm pretty good about not texting and driving. The hands-free has made it really easy to be pretty good. You know, as long as your car is not 30 years old.
You're like a pro with that thing. You're like, hey, Siri, drive the car for me and read my emails and texts at the same time.
But you're not even allowed to do it. So you can't even reach down and check something at a stoplight. That surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought so too. And then there's like 2,000 comments on that video, and a lot of them are saying, well, what about GPS navigation? What about GPS navigation? And it's really, if you're holding it is the whole key to the law. But
and this is, South Carolina's a little late in the game. Like Florida's been like this forever.
Right.
And lots of other states are like this. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. I do have a bad habit of, while I'm at a stoplight, like checking to see if Jeff emailed me what directions he was giving me, what to do next and all. So I've got to stop doing that, but it's mounted on my dash. So
I'll call you, buddy. We can talk more.
Yeah. We're going to have to talk more. Or Siri's going to have to read more, one or the other. Everybody type in the comments your names and where you're watching from today. We've got a few people on already. Deb and Tom on from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Tomorrow's low here is in the 40s. Oh my gosh. Get away from that place.
Why are you still there?
Yes.
Well, his next comment was, we're getting closer to coming your way.
Okay.
78 degrees right now. And what's funny is my phone thinks I'm in Monk's Corner, but I'm not in Monk's Corner. I'm actually in Goose Creek, but I have a Summerville mailing address where I live at in Carnes. So I have a Summerville mailing address. Goose Creek police would show up to my house, and the phone thinks that I'm in Monk's Corner.
Were you in Monk's Corner earlier?
What's that?
Were you in Monk's Corner earlier today?
No, that's the one on the iPhone that like where you're at right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it says I'm actually in Monk's Corner, but I'm not.
Gotcha. Yeah, so Deb and Tom are getting closer. Awesome. Can't wait to see you again soon. Ken says, hello, everyone. Hello, Ken from Del Webb.
Ken.
Hope you're doing well. John and Vicky from Del Webb next in are on again. Hi, guys. Hope you're loving your new house over there. Barb's from Poconos, right? Am I right, Barb?
Keep going.
Nope, Barb's from Connecticut. Dang.
There you go.
Loretta's from Pocono Lake, Pennsylvania. Hey, Barb, and hey, Loretta. Hope you guys are doing
Have
good.
you even noticed that every week for the last month, whenever she comes in from the Poconos, I do this, and you haven't commented on it one time?
No.
I've been doing it for like 4 weeks now.
Okay, I don't understand what that means, but
I'm poking my nose.
He's poking his nose.
I thought you
Like
just had
the
mitts,
Poconos.
or you had
No, I'm poking nose.
what do they call them? A wig out moment or whatever.
No, I'm not flipping out.
Wow.
Joy and Brian are on from Long Island. What's going
Long
on?
Island.
Joy?
Hey, guys.
How are you? Sitting on our screen porch, overlooking the pond, looking out over the pond in Tidewater. What's up, Mike? How's it going?
Nice.
Falzoni from New Jersey and Del Webb, because they're under contract in Del Webb. They got a sweet deal on that spec home. Great job, guys. Troy, love it in North Myrtle. What's up, Troy?
Hey, Troy.
Troy, we're gonna be up your way tomorrow. So if you're around tomorrow, let us know. We might sneak over and say hello if you're not too busy or anything. Rose and Joe from Rochester, but not too long. Pretty soon, Summer's Corner. Yes. Pete and Denise from Four Seasons. And why are the police at your house? They're not at my house, but I had to look outside to make sure.
He was worried. Like, they usually don't serve warrants this late in the evening.
Lance says, hey guys, what's up, Lance? Lance is on our team. You guys know Lance. Troy says, I'm here. Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely try to catch up with you tomorrow, Troy. John from Long Island, walk through today at Carnes Horizons, closing next week. Yes, I saw you on the schedule.
Nice.
Hope your walkthrough was good. All right, Troy gave us his address to stop by. Awesome. I won't put that on the screen, Troy, even though it might be elsewhere. Hey there, y'all. Judy and Dan from Chesterfield, Michigan, checking in. What's up, guys? I bet it's cold in Michigan, too.
I bet it is.
Where was the other?
Why are you there?
They're in Minnesota. So Minnesota's, I'm sure, colder than Michigan. I guess it depends on where you are, right?
The one from St. Cloud, Minnesota, is that where do you guys ever watch the show Superstore when it was on? It was a sitcom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Love that show. I feel like it was from that store was in St. Cloud, Minnesota, but I'm not sure. Whoever was from St. Cloud, if it is, let me know. That was a great show.
I'm looking it up right now. TV was a fictional Cloud9 store in St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis. All right.
Almost. You got the first two letters right.
Listen, that's a win. I'll take the win.
You're closer to there than here, so
Yeah.
So.
Riley had a win tonight. We with the girls Northwoods volleyball team. They've been doing good. They won in two out of 3 sets this evening in the first 2 sets, so that was good.
Nice. So that means they won both of them, because I had to learn by watching your daughter when you were out of town. What that meant. Like, I'm not a volleyball nerd or anything, so I had to figure it out. And
the JV plays 3 sets up to 25, best 2 out of 3. So if they win the first 2, it's done. They don't play a third set. And then varsity plays best out of 5. So, but she stuck around. She's still over at the school. They're watching the varsity girls play tonight.
Nice. Dan says it's nearly 80 in Michigan, so not nearly as cold as St. Cloud, Minnesota, I would imagine. And Tom says, no, it was not. Don't you know? Don't you know?
It was still a good show.
It was a good show. Is it still on or is it over?
I don't know. I think it's done. I don't think it's on anymore.
Okay. So weather. So you see that little flame thing there. That's not really a flame thing. That is a chart of hurricane season. September 10th is the official day that hurricane season is at its peak for some reason.
So I think none of that nonsense that we were talking about in the last couple of weeks came anywhere close to us. Nothing happened. And
yeah, we got one out there right now.
It's pretty far away. And, it's like 2 weeks. That's so crazy how they could say that something's going to be over this way in like 2 weeks. And at that point, it could stay out at the ocean. It could go down south of Florida. It could go north of us.
Yeah, for sure. But weather looks like 80s. It's going to hit back in the 90s on Friday. Yep. So, of course, I think I have video scheduled for Friday.
I'm sure you'll find us a neighborhood with new construction where the air conditioning isn't working yet, and there'll be all 3-story townhouses if it's going to be 90 degrees on Friday. That's what I know you've got that scheduled.
Well, we could always throw John in there and make John go do some videos. So.
Yes, I could do that.
John could do all the third floors.
There you go.
But 80s the rest of this week, 90s starting Friday, and then Tuesday, it's only a high of 79, 78, 79 through next week. So I'm going to try to make sure we do video those days rather than the end of this weekend.
I was so surprised. Andrew and I went over to Steel City Pizza yesterday. We took the golf cart over to Slingshot. I forget what we were in, and we sat outside because it was beautiful. And I'm sitting outside, and it's in the shade, and I wasn't cold, but I could have had a jacket on. I've become so climatized that 78 degrees in the shade feels cold to me now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We also have something else to talk about, right? The golf cart laws have changed in some of the cities. So I think it was Goose Creek and Monk's Corner updated their golf cart. And you were saying, Jeff, that you might change your LSV to go over to a golf cart with some of these rules, right?
I got screwed so bad in this whole golf cart deal. I just bought it the wrong time. Number one, when I bought, all of the golf carts in the area didn't automatically have the more expensive lithium batteries. And so I bought a golf cart without lithium batteries. 8 months after I bought my golf cart, a new manufacturer moved into the area, and the prices of golf carts went down by thousands of dollars in the market. Yep. And I wanted to be able to be out after dark, so I went with an LSV. And now they changed the freaking laws, and I don't even need to be an LSV to be out after dark now.
Yeah. So here's what I grabbed. The left image is from the state of South Carolina, SCDMV.
Department of Public Safety.
Yes.
You know how I know that?
No.
It says
Department of Motor Vehicles.
No, it says right at the bottom. Department of Public Safety.
Yeah, but SCDMV is up here.
All right, paper, rock, scissors for who's right. On 3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Are you winning?
So those are the normal laws. And then what I have highlighted here is some of the changes. This one's from Monk's Corner, but Goose Creek was similar. I don't know if Goose Creek said stay within 2 miles at night, and during the day it's 4 miles. So I'll have to go back and check that. I just grabbed the Monk's Corner laws. But basically you can golf cart anywhere in your 2 mile neighborhood in Monk's Corner up until 11 p.m. as long as you have headlights, taillights, mirrors, brake lights, and turn signals. And then all other daytime rules still apply. So it doesn't mean, your kids under 16 can drive at night.
Right.
So the question for me is, since I have the LSV, is what does it take to turn mine from an LSV back to technically being a golf cart?
Yeah.
Because None of this affects me badly. Like if I go from my house to, Steel City Pizza and all that stuff, it's like 2 miles.
Yeah.
Right.
Even at night, I would be okay. And it would be less insurance. And then you wouldn't have the vehicle tax on it, which I pay right now for my LSV.
Mm.
It would just be it's just a sticker you got to buy that it's registered. So it's different. It costs a lot less if it's not an LSV.
Now, Christy was saying insurance depends on kind of what type of golf cart you have. When we had her on, if you go back and watch that live we have with Christy from Absolute Insurance, she was stating if you have the back seat, it might be a little bit different insurance than if you have all forward facing. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know the costs of that or anything, but with a golf cart versus LSB, I could see how the insurance is less.
Well, and I'm sure that having the rear facing seat costs more because that's what I bought.
I think it's
sure.
Yeah.
But also, to be fair, yours is decked out to I mean, I've seen Porsches that had less stuff on them, like sound systems and bass tubes.
It's nice.
It's really nice.
It's
Craig
nice.
and I stole it once. Craig,
I
didn't break it.
No, you guys did very good. I didn't have any neighbors call and complain that these lunatics were driving my golf cart like insane people.
That's
and it came back in one piece.
Good job. We got Paul and Karen on officially from Summerwind Crossing now. They closed a couple weeks ago, but they just moved here from Massachusetts.
Oh,
and
nice.
Super happy that you guys are here now. I'm glad we didn't mess up anything on your house. So everything was nice. Paul said the house looked great. He said
that's kind of our goal is don't mess up anything on the house before they move in. That's the creed we live by.
And no crying. No crying, especially the
crying. He said they're happy to be here. Speaking of Massachusetts, my cousin Sean is on, who I haven't seen in quite a while, from Massachusetts. He's living up there. I don't know why, but his dad lives in North Carolina, and he lives up in Massachusetts. So I'm assuming he'll make it south at some point. Somewhere.
Sean, if you have any embarrassing pictures or stories that I need to know, it's jeff@charlestonarealiving.com.
Yeah, let me take his name off right now before you go look at him on Facebook. Lance says, I'm an armchair meteorologist. All right.
Well, the guy I watch isn't even a meteorologist. What's that dude's name from down in Florida that has the really big Facebook page? Mike. Yeah. Mike's weather page. He's the one that I like to watch, and he's not a meteorologist either.
Yeah. Huh. Jackie says, hey, all. And then she says, oh, Jeff, you have to wait on the new technology.
Yeah, I know. I was like, if I would have waited 1 year, I would have had such a home run. I've done so good buying and selling real estate over the years, but I got screwed in this golf cart deal. Good news is if y'all buy a golf cart now, you're going to make out like bandits because they're really they came down a lot in price.
They did.
Yeah, and the tariffs didn't even raise them like Joe thought, I think.
Yeah.
Now, I know some of his are on back order because they've been so popular lately.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get your order in for sure. Dan C says, hey guys, Dan and Lynn from Fitchburg, Mass. We got a lot of Mass on tonight. Any idea what the average electric bill is in the summer? Oh, and say hi to Dwayne. We will. All right, John, let's start with you. What is your electric bill in Dorchester County right now?
So I am in a 3,000 square foot house. I have 2 teenagers that like to keep the place an icebox during the summer. And I'm paying $212 a month.
$212.
And that's gas and electric. And in the winter, it's a lot less. A lot less because I don't run the heat because they like it cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff, do I need to call Andrea and ask her?
Yeah, you would have to. I have no idea. No clue. Hey, baby, how much is our electric bill? How much is our electric bill?
It's on auto.
It's on auto bill pay.
And it's,
She's going like this right now.
I'm I mean, I could find out if you need
This
to know.
no, that's okay, baby.
Okay, yeah.
Love
I
you.
never pay attention when it's the auto withdrawal. I just look at it and make sure that the kids haven't been leaving lights on all over the house.
All right,
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna make it up, Mark. It's $12 a month.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's
It's
all
really
it is.
low. $12 is everything. It's gas,
12 times
electric,
30.
everything.
So ours last month, I think, was the highest it's been since I've lived here, because it was so hot for a while. And I think we now remember we have a pool pump running 16 hours a day, and a heater and chiller on that pool pump running sometimes. So ours was 285. I think that's the highest I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
It was stupid hot last month here.
It was really
Yeah.
hot. Unusually hot.
It
I would
was
say
a-
John's is probably the normal cost,
Mhm.
and that's 3,000 square feet, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yours is probably similar, Jeff, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. We have we keep the house 75 during the day
Mhm.
and 68 just in our bedroom overnight. We have a separate zone in our bedroom, so we can
That's
just
nice.
refrigerate the bedroom. Because
Mhm.
Andrea, my wife, the menopause monster, she's hot all the time. You can feel the heat radiating off of my wife. I feel so bad for her. You touch her, and it's like you burn your hand. So she freezes me out of the bedroom at night at 68.
Yeah, well, we just put that third zone in, and 68 feeling pretty mighty fine.
You
Yeah.
like it?
Oh yeah, we're liking it.
You know, a lot of these homes, Mark's home and my home both, our homes came with two zones, an upstairs and a downstairs. But the expensive piece of equipment up in the attic where all the stuff is allowed for a third zone to be put in. So Mark and I was able to, at both of our houses, be able to change it so that just the primary bedroom is on its own zone. And it was pretty easy to do.
So the thermostat for the zone 2 before we added it to the master bedroom, that was in the hallway upstairs, and the difference in temperature has got to be 4 degrees from the hallway to my bedroom, and that's why it feels so much better now.
Yeah.
With that 68, we're running 69. I think we do 69. It's been really nice though. To answer Lance's question.
No, I'm such a freak. I get it. I understand. I have this OCD thing. I cannot have numbers be on odd numbers. I would never set my bedroom to 69.
Oh,
It's
we're
going to
gonna
be
do it every
68
night.
or 70. Yeah, like if Andrea thinks she's so funny, she'll turn the car volume on like 27. Oh, I know it. I know exactly what she's done, and I go fix it. And I get that that's insane and crazy of me, but I can't help it. No odd numbers.
So Lance says, do you have to be hands-free in the golf cart? So the only exceptions that I saw are these right here. Lawfully parked or stopped, using a device in voice-activated or hands-free mode, using a mobile device for audio content like navigation, music, or podcasts, reporting traffic accidents, hazardous conditions, or medical emergencies. Law enforcement, firefighters, emergency personnel are exempt while performing official duties. So somebody had commented, can I take a picture of the cops doing it, using their phone? And so I think that's exempt for them right there. So whoever made that comment is silly.
Good.
But it doesn't say, you don't have to be hands-free in a golf cart, Lance. So I would say, yes, you have to be hands-free.
I mean, it's a motor vehicle in South Carolina, so I would say don't risk it. Plus, Lance, I've seen you driving.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'd probably say
Loretta says, which builders down there offer the most for our hard-earned money?
Wow, that's
a
great
big
question.
Open-ended question. Yeah.
That is really open-ended. All right. I'm going to say all of them, depending on the time. because really it's about inventory. John, wouldn't you think?
I think it's that. I also think it's what you want. Like if you want, something a little more basic, we got a builder for that. If you got something that you want a little bit more high end or in a exclusive 55 plus kind of community, there's builders for that. So I think it's a great question, but I think maybe we need a little more information of where you are.
Yeah, is it 55 plus? Is it a starter home? Is it a town, or a condo or a townhouse? But if you're asking what the best bang for your buck is, it's a spec home that's finished that isn't under contract yet with any of the builders that are doing it. I don't care if it's D.R. Horton, Lennar, Saucy, Burbank, Pulte, K. Hovnanian. When the homes are getting close to being done and they're not under contract yet, that's when the deals are to be had.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah, I think that one is still for sale for $360 over in Summerville Crossing, and it's that traveler model.
Yeah,
and that's got to be one of the best deals out there for sure.
Absolutely,
brand new, really nice. Jackie says, and I'm in the chat. Oh, so she was Facebook chat, and now she's YouTube chat.
We've been upgraded.
She's on it. She's on it. Sean says, "Oh yeah, I so want to make it sell for sure." See, I know my family. Lance says that's a great shirt. So normally I wear solid colored golf shirts, and Lance has been commenting that I've been, making the switch here and there to match Jeff and John, and so he likes the difference in shirt type instead of.
I think you look pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as a concession, I am now wearing Hey Dudes like Mark.
Oh, right.
They're very comfy.
I had Jeff moved over and now he stopped wearing them. So
because you made me walk through mud too many times. Those are not good shoes to have on in mud. Once you lose a Hey Dude in the mud a few times, you switch over.
Yeah.
Abby's awake. She was not feeling so well today.
Oh.
She says, "Hey, all right, sorry was to type Jeff that EJ says he'll probably has embarrassing photos of no.
Thank you.
Skip that.
Jeff at charlestonaraliving.com. Yes, please.
DJ says our electric is 153 and our house is around 1,800 square feet. So 153, that's great in the summertime.
Yeah, that's a really 1,800 square foot house. That's a lot of what we sell.
Yeah.
In this market.
Ken's and Del Webb, 185 last month, highest so far. So under 200. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Joy, wow, my electric bill in Long Island was $4.99, and that is with central air and pool running. $4.99. Wow, I feel good about my $285 now.
I bet.
Dan says that's good to hear. Our last bill was $500 due to the pool. Wow, thank you, Lord.
Crazy.
New Jersey, we had a high bill of around $400 for the month.
Wow.
So you're coming to the land of lesser utilities, Mr. Falzoni.
And in general, I mean, I think most things are just less expensive here than the Northeast. I mean, taxes for sure, utilities we see.
Maybe insurance?
Our insurance is leveling out with some other parts because insurance is a national number. If an insurance company does business in Florida, Texas, Alabama, and South Carolina, and there's a hurricane that hits Texas and Florida, then South Carolina is going to get hit with higher rates.
Right,
so
right.
Insurance, the only thing that we, and a lot of other people, a lot of other states are like this too. The only thing that kind of bugs me about living here is the taxes on the vehicles.
Yeah. I
so
agree.
I had like a $36 registration fee in Pennsylvania back in the day, and I pay like almost. I think mine was in the 400s. I pay like $400 a year for my car.
Yeah.
For the taxes.
But
and
that
too, depending on the scrap.
Yeah, the house taxes definitely offset that, though. I mean, I would think.
Yeah. I mean, my taxes on my 3,000 square foot house here in Carnes were like $2,200, $2,300. That would have been $12,000 in Pittsburgh, where I came from. So,
did you guys have an inspection, yearly inspections on your cars in Pittsburgh?
We did.
Yeah,
and emissions. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every now and then you see a hoopty going down the road here. You're like, oh yeah, South Carolina does definitely not have vehicle inspections because that one would never pass.
Nope.
No.
Pete says in California, our summer bill would be $650 plus on a 2,500 square feet. Holy moly! I bet you're glad to be here now, Pete.
Yeah, that's silly.
Barb says Connecticut property taxes are so high. Yeah, we just had somebody in looking at Del Webb from Connecticut yesterday, and they were, I think, 8,000 or 9,000 is what they said
Really?
for the property taxes. Yeah,
That's low from what I heard from Connecticut. So
New York, I heard, is the highest.
yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong there. New York and New Jersey.
Well, we had a 14,000 in New Jersey recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel said we just got our bill and it was $212 when an 1,800 square feet house. So,
There you go.
yeah. So one
was for the hot month.
Yeah, the hot month. That'll be the
Yeah.
highest it'll be for sure.
Yep.
I think it was the highest it would probably be in 10 years. I think the last month, like it just broke about 2 weeks ago. It's really nice here now. But mid-July to mid-August here was extremely hot this year.
Yeah.
All right, here comes the comments about the taxes. So
Oh, boy.
Fairfield County, Connecticut is the highest. Okay.
Wow.
New Jersey slightly higher than New York. Don't forget, at 65 years old, you get $50,000 off your home value for property taxes. Yes, very true. You gotta be here for 1 year.
That's right. You got to be here for a year. So once you're here for a year and you're 65 in South Carolina, if your home is valued at 500, they tax you on 450.
Yeah.
Right.
Good call out, Thomas. Tracy says our taxes on a 2,500 square foot house in Michigan were $12,000 annually. I moved into a 4,100 square foot house in Tidewater, and my taxes will be around 3,500. So that's 8,000 plus less.
Yeah.
Big number.
That's huge. New Jersey has the highest taxes in the country. That's why Tony left. Property taxes, $15,000 on 2,300 square feet in Long Island.
Yeah.
I mean, just in the savings and taxes alone, you could pay for your car bill forever for the rest of your life, I think.
Yeah.
For 1 year of tax savings.
Or tip your realtor.
Yeah, you
Yes.
could do that too. Yeah.
I'm not against that.
What other questions you guys have tonight? Let us know for sure. Also, we ask this every week. Definitely let us know where do you want to see more videos about. We just put out the Summerwind Crossing, just came out the other day. I'm sorry, Summer's Corner. We had a little bit of update on the amenity center there with our friend Carl over there, who's one of the agents, because Paul moved over to the Carnes Crossing Horizons. We work a lot with Carl now over at Summer's Corner. One of those homes had 60,000 off. So if you haven't seen that yet, that was a huge deal. Speaking of Barb, speaking of the best deals around, that was definitely one of the better ones for sure. Jeff, do you want to talk a little bit about the amenity center over at Summer's Corner?
It's funny you say that. I was talking to somebody today. That lives in there, clients of ours. We were doing a new home orientation for them. They're buying a house for a family member that's coming here, and so I was talking about. They're super excited about it. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to have the indoor pool, the outdoor pool, the pickleball, the tennis. It's got a bar. We still don't know exactly what that's going to be when it grows up, though. We've heard a little bit of food, no food. We've heard just like a wine and beer bar. We've heard hard liquor. We don't exactly know. But John, I think we'll be seeing that by January 1st, February 1st. They've really been making progress.
Yeah, I think late winter it'll be done. Obviously, they're not going to have you swimming in there, but in spring it'll be ready for the springtime. And whatever it is, it's going to be pretty amazing. Not only that, but the other big resort center that they're putting in down by it's Sweet grass, Sweetwater.
Oh yeah, the non-55 plus one, the
Right.
club.
Right. So you can drop your grandkids there and go have fun.
So
I don't think they'll allow you to just drop them off though.
You just yeet them over the fence and it'll be
No.
fine.
As long as they don't know it, just throw them. Yeah, like throw them over the fence and run. So
that just say you belong here, kids. That's all.
That's the club at Summers Corner. So that's different than what is in Horizons.
Mhm.
That's going to be for all the non-55 plus neighborhoods, which obviously we talk so much about Horizons in this channel, but we've sold tons of houses over there in Summers Corner also that is not in Horizons, and it's going to be an amazing club, and I think a full-blown restaurant from what I've heard over there. It's taken forever, though. I feel like they've been moving dirt for 18 months now, but it's going to be big.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to skip some of these comments just to not offend anybody here. Need a good pool contractor, Tracy says. All right, so Tracy, my pool contractor went out of business, so I can't recommend them. But I have heard there is a pool builder that lives here in Cane Bay, Salty Reef Pools, LLC. I've heard good things about them. I've also heard good things about Heritage Pools. Mm-hmm. So I would check those two companies first. I don't have them on my site because I just have hearsay for our contractor site on our charlestonarealiving.com/preferred vendors, I think is what it is. But those two, Salty Reef and Heritage, is what I've heard does a great job so far. So check out those, Tracy, for sure. Loretta, what is the average increase in HOA fees over the past 3 years for the Del Webb communities?
I don't think we have had one.
So I think
we had one at Four Seasons.
Right.
Yeah, and I think it went up $10 for Nexton. So $265 to $275, I think. And then over in Del Webb Cane Bay, that went up like $15 or something.
Right.
To like $330 or something like that.
Yeah, we went a bunch of years in a lot of these without any increases. And then we did get we got a $25 increase, I think, in Four Seasons, but we hadn't seen any in about 3 or 4 years. Del Webb Cane Bay is the highest in the Summerville area. I think they're at $359. I think they're up to $359. But it's a little bit older facility and probably costs a little few more bucks to keep up. It's gorgeous over there. The money's being well spent. But we don't see a whole lot of increases. We see, $3 and $4 and $10 increases occasionally. We don't ever see, $80, $100 increases. And the other thing we don't really see here is special assessments in the neighborhoods that we work in. So we don't have any big scary assessments that are ever done. We do see some of those on the little older townhouse and condo neighborhoods that are typically a little bit closer to the ocean where the salty air has been beaten up on them for 30 years. But nothing real scary here in the Summerville market.
Yeah. Talisha says, hello from Cross. Talisha is on our team. A lot of you guys know Talisha.
Is that in South Carolina? Is that here?
You are awful. You're going to get it from her when she comes in.
Yeah, she will.
Talisha loves her Cross. Elijah says, when will lenders start using Vantage 4.0? Hey, y'all. What's up, Elijah? So that is the scoring model by all 3 credit bureaus, I think. Excuse me.
I'm looking it up right now.
It's okay. I'm sitting here nodding like I know what he's talking about.
So yeah, from my understanding, lenders do whatever they want to do, and, and have their own scoring system. I don't know anybody that uses any of the 3 bureaus, but I have not heard a move towards that at all.
Yeah, none of the mortgage people we work with on a regular basis, they have not used that term with us.
Yeah. Looking up cross, LOL. That was good. Good job, Tilly.
Yeah.
That's funny.
John, where was your most recent closing and how did it go?
The most recent one was up in Carnes. Actually, I've got my whiteboard here. I've had a lot in Carnes this year. Like
The Horizons or all the Carnes?
Well, both. So I've got 2 under contract now in Horizons, and I think I've got one more in the regular Carnes. Let's look on the other side here. Yeah. Anyway, it's blowing up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I previous year I spent a lot of time in Del Webb and in Four Seasons, and they're still great communities. Don't get me wrong, but with that new amenity center and all the stuff that's going on there with the new shopping and the Publix, and they're putting in Duck Donuts, which I just found out about, even though you guys have been talking about it for weeks.
I didn't say anything about it.
I know. I was like, it's me, it's donuts. Come on, guys. But if you've never had Duck Donuts, I mean, they are, I don't know. It's a supernatural experience almost. It's just an amazing thing, and I can't wait till it opens up.
You know where I went today? I had like a brunchy sandwich over at Ruby's Bagels. I had never been in there before. Mark had brought in Ruby's Bagels once into the office, and it was really good. They had a new bagel in there today. It was a jalapeno cheddar bagel. Oh, it was tasty. Good stuff. They were busy. I went in at 11 o'clock, and I'm thinking, okay, kind of breakfast, lunch rush is over. Lunch isn't starting yet. There was like 10 people in the restaurant when I was there at 11 o'clock this morning.
And by the way, it's a Tuesday.
Yeah, on a Tuesday.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah says, love the new Oaks development in Goose Creek. I like them too.
Beautiful.
So the all those trees in there in that. So there's kind of a separate road that they started on first, and now they're really moving into where all the oaks are. Great location. I like the build. I live in a Beezer home. I've only had two issues with Beezer, and it was with the subcontractor, not the actual builder. Mm-hmm. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan, Elijah, for sure. Elijah says Krispy Kreme glaze all day.
You know, I like me a Krispy Kreme donut, and they are marketing geniuses because they give the kids free donuts if they get A's in their report card, and yet somehow I went in for a free donut and spent like $40. So I'm not sure how that happened, but it was good. There's one Krispy Kreme here in Summerville. It's over kind of on the Ladson Road side of town.
Right. It's down the street from me, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Talisha says, love Duck Donuts French toast bagel. I mean, not bagel. French. Or maybe she was talking about, are you talking about the bagel place?
Could be Ruby's.
Maybe.
It was Ruby's. They have a big menu.
They do.
Yeah. It was all pretty good. It looked like they had good coffee drinks, and I'll go back. It was good.
Valerie says Boston cream at Dunkin's is great. I do
love. You know what? I'm going to say this about that. I agree. That was my favorite donut for all time. But lately, it seems like they've been getting like smaller, and they haven't been filling them as much. I don't know if you've noticed that. It's Valerie, but I don't know. It's kind of sad. My son and I had to go on a long, depressing journey to find the ultimate donut. So I'm gonna, if you've never tried Duck Donuts, just try it. You'll really enjoy it.
Is that the place we ate in Myrtle Beach, Jeff? Or was that something different?
No, I think that was Duck.
Okay.
They got one in West Ashley too.
And it looks like it'll be open here next month, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie says Mrs. Donut in Goose Creek, former donut connection, is amazing. I think that's over by Alex's, isn't it? On 176, almost down to Red Bank. Yeah, the Alex's breakfast place.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not familiar.
I think that's where that is. I have not tried Mrs. Donut yet. John says we are in contract at Homecoming. House should be ready near spring. We're moving from Ohio. Homecoming has been
Congratulations.
awesome lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the new section they're building in Homecoming because there's so many lots that are backed up to trees.
Yep.
And then you've got the at first glance, it looks like the section that you're building that they're building in now, for the most part, that you would have to get in the car to go over to the pool, but that's not the case. There's a trail that you can walk, bike, take your golf cart from that new section over to where the pool and the amenity center are. And for being a little bit out in the country there, that amenity center is amazing. They have pickleball. They have the what's the throw the bean bag thing? Really nice.
Cornhole?
Cornhole, yeah, cornhole.
Yeah.
And beautiful pool over there. It's a great area. I love that it's right down the road from all the plantations, Magnolia Plantation, all those kind of things. Right down the road from there also, John, if you haven't seen it yet, is Ashley River Park. And so that's get yourself a yearly pass for Ashley River Park, because you can be driving past all the time. They've got a beautiful lake there, an amphitheater, like a splash pad for the kids, playgrounds. They're putting in, I heard, a zip line and a rock climbing wall. And they've got a place for wedding venue, and it's and you can canoe and kayak from right there on the Ashley River. And there's a one-eyed alligator there. So go try to tickle the one-eyed alligator.
No, it was 1 foot or something like that.
Is he missing a foot?
Oh, I wonder if it. Okay. So when I lived in Florida, a couple of friends and I would go down to the Everglades to fish. And there was a one-legged it's a three-legged alligator.
Yeah, that's what.
Only had 3 legs. I guess it got injured, but we always called him Smiley. And Smiley would always make sure that we knew he was there. And he was big, not like alligators here. Like alligators here, they're not. I mean,
even with 3 legs, he'd probably still catch you, John.
He was bigger than the 3 of us.
They're fast. And they don't look like they'd be fast, but they are.
No, yeah. So
Talisha said yes, Ruby's. Yep. Okay. The French toast bagel at Ruby's.
Makes sense.
Daniel says, thanks a lot, guys. Now we're craving a donut.
I know. I was just thinking the same thing. And I think Dunkin' Donuts is going to be closed here in Carnes by the time I'm off the live. I can't even ride my golf cart over and get a donut.
You get a stale one over at Publix. I mean,
don't be bad-mouthing Publix now. They try.
No, they're doing good, but they've been sitting in the case since 6 o'clock this morning.
Well, that's yeah.
Yeah, Jackie says it's right next door to Alex's. The sign says cheesesteaks, but they sell donuts and bread, etc. So it's right there on 176.
I will have to try that.
Yeah. All right, Elijah, can you explain 2 things? PMI and no property tax. I'm a veteran, 100% disabled, permanent in total, and some of the benefits include these items, but I'm not well versed on it.
I can explain that. All right, so mortgage insurance, the PMI, the mortgage insurance, if you put down less than 20% on a house on a conventional loan, you have to pay something called mortgage insurance. That's you're not putting enough down on the house. And so there's an extra fee to that. So depending on what amount you're putting down, you could have your mortgage. Let's say your mortgage is $2,500 a month, but then since you didn't put down 20%, your mortgage insurance might be another couple, $300, even $400 a month on that first piece. Now, the good news is for a conventional loan is once you get enough equity in that house, in your house, you have 20% equity, at least in that house, you can get that mortgage insurance to go away. So as a veteran, if you don't have to pay the mortgage insurance, you're putting no money down on the house under a VA loan if you want to, but you don't have mortgage insurance. So there's not that extra fee. It's going to save you a couple, $300, $400, $500 a month. It could, depending on the size of the house that you're going to buy. The other thing is the property taxes. If you don't require to pay property taxes, then like I said, on my house, my property taxes, I think were $2,200 this year. So if you don't have to pay the property taxes on your house, that would be $2,200 a year. Let's call it $200 a month that you wouldn't be paying because of the disability. And
John?
I've seen it before. I don't know what the scenario is, but we do have a VA specialized mortgage person that we deal with that is well versed, way better versed than the three of us are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it looks like that's correct. Based on
I had one that, and I was actually surprised when it first happened to me. I had one client that hit for. So those two things right there, we're talking, could be between the two, $500-600 a month less that you would pay for that house than somebody else that had a low money down conventional mortgage. Somebody that only put down, because the conventional you could do with 3.5% down.
Yeah.
So if it's a big savings.
And Elijah, I echo Talisha. Thank you for your service to us. We
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
As with all the veterans for sure. And then he said, "Thank you. I'll email you." Yeah, info at Charleston Area Living, or Jeff at Charleston Area Living.
Yeah, we'll get you in touch with Landon. He's super smart, numbers nerd, mortgage guru, and if you buy new construction, you often get closing cost assistance on top of all of that in new construction. Sometimes kind of the minimum we see in this market is about $5,000, and we've seen up to close to $20,000 in closing costs. So that'll pay for, homeowners insurance for the first year, all that kind of stuff.
He said that's $66K over 30 years, more donuts.
Yes. Yes. And you're going to need it at Duck Donuts because they ain't cheap.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is funny. All right, let me go back to Lenny's comment. If you were to choose the best amenity center, which one would you choose?
Oh my gosh.
Is this
That's a
55
tough
plus?
one.
Wow, this could be an hour
55
in itself.
I think it's between. Wow, there's three of them now. I would say it's between Del Webb, Nexton, Four Seasons, and Carnes Crossroads Horizons for 55 plus.
Right.
If it's non-55 plus, I think Carnes wins all day long.
Yeah, I would
that.
say in 4 months, I would put Horizon Summers Corner in there also.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
But don't
there's
forget
little
don't forget Midtown Nexton though.
Yeah.
Their amenity center is pretty impressive. They
I'd
don't
still
have the
think
aggregate.
Carnes-
And I think
still
Carnes
Carnes
beats them
wins.
there.
Yeah.
It
But-
does, but even over Pine Hills is often forgot about also for a more of a starter home neighborhood. It's got a water slide, beautiful pools. It's a fantastic property.
That's one thing about DR Horton is they do build a more affordable house, but they put in some nice amenity centers in their neighborhoods. Really nice.
It's great. You know what's really interesting is that these, and it is hard for us to pick a favorite because they're all fantastic. Like they're all so nice. I think in the non-55, Carnes probably pushes over because the agri-hood, the water slide, the big resort style pool, the lake house, all of that, but just by that much compared to some of the other ones.
And I really think you tie in your lifestyle with that, right? So if you are needing to be closer to the interstate, Carnes and Nexton will be, hand in hand. If you're working up in Monk's Corner, that might be more towards the Cane Bay side.
Right.
So I think you got to tie in where you're going to be, what you're going to be doing, what you like to do along with the amenity center, and then I think you get the real big win.
Yeah, if you want lots of restaurants close, like I can be at 10 restaurants in 8 minutes by golf cart from my house, Carnes is fantastic. If you wanted to go do some long distance bike riding or trail walking, then Nexton is probably superior, as well as Cane Bay, compared to what I have here in Carnes. It's just so dependent on. That's why we spend so much time with people. When at the end of the live here, Mark will tell you how to get a hold of us. But we spend a lot of time on a Zoom call figuring out what neighborhoods we think you need to see. We'll show you everything we think you need to see and then more. But then really getting here and walking through doors with us, because it's not just the houses, it's the whole lifestyle. So we want to show you the whole package of everything that's available. And that takes a minute.
Yeah. All right. Dan says, any idea what the interest rate is on a HECM loan? Jeff, your parents did this.
Yeah, generically, I say it's 0.5% higher than the typical conventional rate. So if I look at my handy dandy app today, we'll see where the mortgage rates are. The conventional loan today is at 6.53. So I would say the HECM is most likely at 7. FHA and VA are 6.09 and 6.1 right now, by the way. And I don't want to say, but who cares? But there's a scenario where I say, who cares? Because we're not paying a monthly payment for the loan now. Now we have to put, 55, 60% down on the house, but then we're not making a payment. Okay. Right. So let's say the mortgage rate was 7%, but your house is also hopefully increasing in its value at close to, or at least a big piece of the percentage that you're paying out in mortgage. And remember, you're only paying interest on the piece that you borrow. So if you buy a $500,000 house and your loan is for $200,000, then you're paying that higher percentage rate on just that $200,000 because you put $300,000 down.
Right.
It's a lot of numbers, but if the HECM is of any interest, we've got some videos that we've done with Jerry Garner, the HECM guru, on the channel here, and we can always get a meeting set with you. For my parents, it made sense. We did it for my parents. They were capable of buying their house with cash. And at the time, we did the math, and they were making, X percent of their investments. So we did the HECM, put 55% down at the time because of their age, and then just put the rest of the money into investments, and it's still in there growing, making money for them.
That's awesome. So what do you think, Jeff, is the perfect timing to purchase a house? Is it now? Is it in the springtime because there'll be more houses on the market? Or is it some other time because you shouldn't buy a house right now?
No. So I would say that in the Charleston market, and it's different all around the country. Mm-hmm. In the Charleston market, the next 6 months is really the best time, I think, to buy a house for a few reasons. Number one is these builders, they are building X number of houses per neighborhood 12 months out of the year. So they're starting 10 houses every month. In June, in July, they're starting 10 houses in January. So obviously the whole market slows down a little bit in October, November, December, January, but they've still got all this inventory coming. And it's such a mobile town where people are coming in and going out, being in the military, all the job growth that's here, the people are moving around a lot. There's really no bad time to buy a house. But if you're looking for where I think we see more of the, oh my God, that was an amazing deals, it's going to be from now until January. John, yeah. Mark, do you agree with me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're spot on. Maybe even into February, March, before the spring market really picks up. If there is a spring market, last couple of years it's been a little wonky.
Right? Yeah, we've stayed steady 12 months out of the year. We have more homes under contract now as a team than we did in March.
Yeah, 100%.
Rose says, oh, sorry, go ahead, John.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, is with buying a home, the best time is when you need to buy it. Yeah. I think a lot of people get hung up on trying to time the market for that 0.01% interest rate drop.
Yeah.
You can drive yourself nuts doing that. If you need to buy a home, you're getting relocated, you got to transfer in, or you just want to get out of what was the state the lady was from? It was 40 degrees. Michigan, Minnesota. Yeah, it's time to leave. Yeah, come down here and enjoy sunshine. I mean, why wait? I mean,
And you bring up the mortgage is a big deal because if we did, let's say we saw a 0.5% drop in the mortgage rates, the houses would go up 20 grand.
That's exactly right.
I'm kind of making up numbers there, but we've seen it happen before. And so if you could buy the house now for $20,000, $40,000 less than if the interest rates were 5 and they do go down to 5 and then you can refinance it, then it's a home run.
Right. I mean, I've heard a lot of rumbling in the background that if and when the rates do drop to a 5.99, it's just going to be open season and the house prices are just going to skyrocket here. So this really is a good time. Yeah. But again, you got to do it when you got to do it, you know.
That being said, even if you're not ready and you're watching this channel and you're thinking that retirement's a year away from now, have a phone call with us now. Book a Zoom, and because I'd like to be sending you homes over the next year until you're ready, so you could just be watching what the market has to offer.
Right.
Great point. We're using Jerry Heath's Fantastic Rose says. That's the guy that does the HECM loans, just so you know. And then you have me at investments. Elijah says,
I like
Berkeley and Dorchester County, boom. There's a company called Redwood Materials. They're second to Elon Musk and Tesla. J.B. Stroh, he's the owner of Redwood Materials, and they have decided to set up shop in Berkeley County. It's a large campus. I would imagine your real estate business is going to boom already if it hasn't. Awesome. I did not know that.
Yeah, there's some like this market is really jobs drive the market, and so we are in a really healthy job environment here, and that's why the market is so strong.
Tracy says, buy the house now at a cheaper price, refinance when rates go lower. Even retirees with fixed income can get a mortgage.
Absolutely.
100%. Jackie says, we took the leap 2 years ago and so glad we did. And she said, Redwood is over by Volvo. That makes sense. That Camp Hall area is going to be booming for sure. Elijah says it'll be the only place in America outside of China that will develop electric vehicle batteries. So that makes sense.
Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Camp Hall, I believe, for Redwoods. Yeah.
Okay. I just pulled it up on Google Maps. It's like,
good.
You could throw a rock at the Volvo plant kind of thing. So
awesome. Well, we are at the end of our time. John, any final words before we depart?
Just kind of like to stick on that same note that we were just talking about. You know, if you wait, I started in this business 9 years ago, and people were saying back then, "Oh, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait." They're still waiting.
Yeah.
Don't let what the market does scare you from making your dreams come true. And it really is. There's a part of this that is an emotional thing where this is your life. This is where you want to live. But if you waste 9 years waiting for something to happen, you're never going to do it. So just my 2 cents.
Nice. I'm going to throw this last comment up here just so I don't skip it. All right, guys, great channel. Been watching since I was stationed in Hawaii 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow, you were back at the very beginning.
Long-time viewer, first-time subscribing. Great material. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Elijah's been watching since way back when our videos were horrific.
They were awful back then, yeah.
So bad. We were so terrible.
Jeff, any parting words for you, sir?
Yeah, if you have a 10th grader that goes to Northwood Christian Academy, Riley Gregg, my daughter, is running for class president, and voting is on Friday. So threaten your little children to vote for my daughter, or I will come find you.
Vote early and vote often.
Yes, vote for Riley Gregg. She's got a great video she did.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe we could show that video next. If she wins, maybe we'll show that video, her campaign video that we did for her.
Yeah, this is the campaign that won it all.
Yeah, if it wins, we'll show it.
All right, everybody. Well, until next week, we'll see you again. There'll be a QR code here at the end. Get your phones out, scan that QR code, book a Zoom call with us. We would love to chat and figure out, is South Carolina the right place for you and your budget, or is it somewhere else? We help people all across the state, first of all, and then we have referral networks all across the country and beyond. So look forward to helping you guys. And until next time, see ya.
See y'all.